Hey guys, it's Charmise Idris here, and today we will be making a simple lavender body butter. The full measurements and the written out instructions will be down in the description below, so make sure you check out that link, but I will also put the measurements on the screen right now. The first thing I'm going to do is measure out my shea butter, and today I am only using shea butter, but feel free to swap this for mango butter or do a half and half with shea butter and mango butter. Just know that it will turn out just a little bit different because it's a different butter. Now typically I like to melt down my butters and oils all together, but since I'm not using any coconut oil and all my other oils are liquid oils, I'm just going to melt down the shea butter by itself. And there are a couple different ways you can melt down your shea butter. The first way, of course, is using a double boiler or the double boiler method, like I do in a lot of my videos, where I just put the shea butter in a heat safe bowl and then I put that bowl over a pot of simmering or boiling hot water. I've also seen people add the shea butter to a heat safe container and just pop that in the microwave in 30-second intervals until it's fully melted. But this time, since it's such a small amount, I'm just going to put it in a water bath. It has about an inch of water in there. It's not boiling, and I put it in a heat-safe container. While that's melting down, I'm going to add my grapeseed oil, sunflower oil, and evening primrose oil to a separate container. Of course, you do not have to use the exact same liquid carrier oils that I chose, but I did choose mine with intent. I was playing with absorption levels, so how quickly the oil absorbs into the skin. Like a grapeseed oil may feel a little heavier and it may be a little slower to absorb, but sunflower oil is lighter and absorbs quicker, but at times it can make your skin feel a little dry. I have just a little clump of shea butter left in here, so I'm just going to stir it around until it's fully melted, and then I will add my melted shea butter into my oil mixture that I measured out earlier. I'm going to stir these oils up, and then I'm going to pop this container in the fridge until my mixture is semi-solid, which took just under an hour. You can also let this harden up at room temperature, but I didn't have time for all that. Alright, I just took it out the fridge, and as you can see, it is not fully hardened, but that's the way I like it because I do want to be able to whip it without my mixer getting overheated. So now I'm going to add the fragrance oil, which is lavender fragrance oil from Brambleberry. And you can also use their lavender essential oil at 1% in this recipe as well. Next up, I'm going to add some pure vitamin E oil. And the purpose of this is to prevent my oils from oxidizing, which will help prevent rancidity. And the last thing I'm going to add is a little bit of kaolin clay, and I'm adding this so that I can cut down on the greasy feeling. You can also do arrowroot powder or just skip this altogether. Now that everything has been added, I'm going to whip the body butter, and I'm going to do this for about 4 to 6 minutes on a medium to high setting. But when I first start out, I do it a little lower just because the kaolin clay, I don't want it going all over the place. All right, so you can absolutely stop here. That is the end of the recipe, but what I'm gonna do is whip it again. So I like to double whip my butter. So I'm gonna let it either sit in the refrigerator for about 5 minutes or just sit at room temperature for about 30 maybe, just to let it stiffen up a little bit. And then I'm gonna come back and whip it again. And my second round of whipping the body butter is about maybe 2 to 3 minutes. And while I'm doing that, I do want to shout out my people over on Patreon. Make sure you check out their links in the description below. All right, this is what my body butter looks like. As you can see, it does absorb into the skin rather quickly and is not too greasy. If you are going to make this recipe, make sure you store it in an airtight container in a cool, dry place, and beware that this is butter, so in the hotter months it will melt. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video, and if you like it here, please subscribe, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. All right, y'all. Bye.